Hey guys, so it's the second time I'm recording this. For some reason, my webcam decided to make things pause. My voice would keep going, but it would pause. And I thought maybe it was just recording, and it actually recorded fine. It was just the visual. But I viewed it after I restarted my computer, and it was all So, re-recording. This is just a little TTC update, which I'm probably going to have in the title, so you already know that. But, so last cycle was a fail. I thought for sure that I was pregnant, just because I'd have vivid dreams of being pregnant and waking up, taking a test, and it was positive, and then I would have vivid dreams that it was twins, and I was just so excited, and I kept taking tests, and don't worry, they were the little cheap ones. Wasn't like first response or any of those expensive ones, and I have a ton of them, because it was like $10 for 50 tests, so yeah, and they kept coming back negative, and then stupid cycle started over. So, I was quite disappointed, especially when you have that feeling that you are, and then all of a sudden, you find out you're not. So, needless to say, I'm never going to trust my body again, because it's just freaking giving me false hopes. So, anyway, this cycle I am trying something a little different. Which I'll get to that. I am going to show you the supplements, vitamins, and stuff that I'm going to be taking. Kind of explain each one. Some of them are pretty obvious, but yeah. So yeah, the first thing that I will be taking is calcium. Very important, especially for women, especially those trying to get pregnant. Next thing, another important, is prenatal. It does not have DHA, so I do need to add that, and I will be. I was taking from, I think it's Vitex or Vita something, prenatals, the gummies, and then I saw that that has high fructose corn syrup. So I'm not taking those anymore because I frankly don't want to ingest high fructose corn syrup. Yeah, it's not good, and especially if I'm trying to get pregnant, I don't want harmful things in my system. So yeah, I found these, and they are also chewable. They actually taste like Flintstone vitamins. So yeah, well, they do have a little bit of an aftertaste that Flintstone vitamins don't, but for the most part they taste exactly like Flintstone vitamins, so they're pretty delicious. And like I said, I'll be adding DHA. I don't have that here. I think I do have some in the cupboard though. Another thing I'm taking is baby aspirin, and this is just to help the blood. It helps it flow smoother, and it also helps with the lining of your uterus and being able to, for the egg to implant easier, especially if you have thick lining like I do. So yeah, I'm hoping this will help. I didn't keep up with it like I was supposed to. So yeah, we'll keep trying that. I should have brought something else that I'm going to be taking once I do find out I'm pregnant, but I'll show that in a different video if I do get pregnant. Another thing that I'm going to is the trial item that I read about, and I can't recommend it just unless you're willing to try anything. Just because it has not been tested for safety and if it actually really does work, but I've read tons of people that have gotten pregnant the first try of taking it. So I'm extremely excited. This is the first month I'm taking it. It's the first time I've heard about it. I heard about it a few days ago when my period started, and I started searching madly for something I could take just because I'm desperate. For those of you that don't know, I've been trying for over 3 years for a child, and have had 3 to 4 miscarriages, one at 13 weeks. So yes, all attempts have failed, and I did see an OB and got fertility tests of all kinds done before my husband left the military, and everything for both of us came back perfectly normal. There was nothing wrong with me. There was one thing that I did mention that I should have when I had the chance, and now I regret it. But our first response has fertility tests that you can take, which measures your FSH levels at certain times, and it will tell you if they're elevated, which is usually a sign that there's a problem because your body is working overtime to produce the follicle stimulation hormone, and usually that can mean that you have either poor uterine reserves, so you don't have very many eggs, or actually poor quality eggs. So it's either working hard to try to get a healthy egg, or working hard to actually get an egg because it's hard to get them since there's not very many. So I have taken this test twice, and both times that I have taken it, I had the elevated FSH levels, which is not good. But they did not test that on me at the OB's office. He did every other test. But the main reason that a doctor would not do this test on someone like myself is because you don't expect someone, at the time I was 24, I'm 25 now, but you don't expect anyone at 24 or 25 to have this problem, because it's usually seen in people that are older and reaching menopause. So I am hoping that I'm not like premenopausal. I'm really hoping. But I did not get that tested. I didn't mention it, and I should have. I just figured that they would test, but they didn't, because they didn't do any tests in my middle cycle. So anyway, because it's usually, they test at day 3, and then if it's high, they test it at like day 5 or something, and day 7, something like that. But they did not do that. And frankly, I don't really want to go back to an OB just because, one, I don't know if insurance will cover infertility type stuff, so what's the point? And 2, if there is some sort of medical intervention that they feel they need to do, I'm afraid that they won't let me have a home birth and midwife. So I'm trying to avoid that as much as possible. So anyways, I say all that to bring me to this supplement that I am going to try, and it's called soy isoflavins. You take 200 milligrams, so I have to take 5 of these, which is horrendous, but they're not that big. I'll show you the size. So it's not that difficult, but yeah, and they're thin. So yeah, they're not too difficult to take, but still 5 is no. Basically what this is supposed to be, like I said, there's been no research, so you can't commit to saying that it's fact that this is the case, that it's supposed to be the natural equivalent to Clomid. So we'll see. And you take it just like Clomid. You take it for 5 days straight. So I started day 3 last night, and we'll be taking it to cycle day 7, I believe. 5 consecutive days. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. They suggest taking it at night because, just like Clomid, it has a lot of side effects, especially like hot flashes and night sweats and all that. So you're supposed to take it at night to kind of alleviate the side effects. So you sleep through them. So yeah, I did have a lot of hot flashes last night, and I was sweating. It was so hot. But yeah, if it works, it'll be totally worth it. So we'll see how this works. I also had some breast tenderness this morning. I don't know if that's because of this or not. So yeah, like I said, I take this for 5 nights. And I obviously won't know if it works until the end of the cycle. So yeah, but many people I have read have gotten pregnant the very first time of trying this, so I am extremely excited to try this, and I'm crossing my fingers and hoping this works because I would really love a 2012 baby, and this is my very last chance for that. Obviously, if I got pregnant later and had a preemie, but I don't want a preemie, so yeah, I'd rather have a healthy, happy baby than get my 2012 dream. But yes, I would love to have a 2012 baby. So I'm hoping that this month is the month and that the baby sticks. And yeah. So I will let you know how this works, if there's any more side effects, if they get better, if they get worse, all that yada yada. I obviously won't have a full review until after this cycle, and I can tell you if it works or not. And I know a lot of people's fears of like Clomid and any type of fertility thing is the chance of multiples, but just like Clomid, there's only like a 6 to 7% increased chance of having twins, which isn't very high. But me personally, I would love to have twins, so we'll see. But more than anything else, I just want to get pregnant and have the pregnancy stick and have a healthy, happy baby. 2012. So anyways, that is my little TTC update, and I will talk to y'all later.